Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning into another Super Tease video, and we have the return of an infamous spec, a specialization that had terrorized PvP for a very long time, and it appears to have clawed its way back into competitive play, and that specialization is the Guardian Druid. This is a specialization that I'm going to be covering in this video that was almost capable of 1v2ing and Bonnie and myself in the 2v2 bracket. The power that this specialization and where it's deriving it from is from its tier set bonuses. When they activate Berserk, they begin to radiate cosmic damage. They also have the ability that from their 2 set, when they bark skin, to activate Berserk, allowing them Berserk more frequently and more frequently able to start radiating this cosmic damage, which can completely shred down opponents. They're also incredibly durable with high levels of survivability. I've already seen some clips around on YouTube, maybe you have as well, of Guardian Druids 1v2ing. Fortunately, I did manage to overpower the bear in this situation, and I'll be covering how I did that specifically, and we'll be looking at it and trying to identify how we can take advantage of it and how we can combat it, and debate maybe whether or not that this should get nerfed. There's actually a few tank specializations that I think are sleeper at the moment, flying under the radar. I had a video from the PTR about Protection Warrior, but I didn't think that the Guardian Druid one was going to be as competitive because it seemed to be area of effect damage. I thought it would be kind of low value, not impactful in PvP, but it seems to be still an overwhelming amount of damage even in a PvP situation. So right at the start of the game, I'm wondering, who are they going to be attacking? When is he going to pop that Berserk? They also have a legendary that when Berserk is active, they're immune to CC. So they're going to be just running at you, spamming thrash, swirling around in a circle, watching everybody die. So if you're looking for a very easy mode spec, as long as you can get those tier sets, yeah, this is probably as easy as you are ever going to get for a spec to play in competitive PvP. And it seems like at the start of the game, their warrior wants to go after my priest, and they are crowd controlling me. So I'm going to immediately use my stuns on the druid before they've activated Berserk, because I don't want them to be immune to CC in the future. We want to stop them from healing, just get them off of the target and start setting up our burst. And for me to be able to kill these tanky targets, I'm going to have to max out my burst. So Hannah Gul'dan, Demonic Tyrant, Fell Obelisk, Hannah Gul'dan, summon out the Dreadstalkers, and then go for a Decimating Bolt and load up this damage and just keep casting Shadow Bolts to max out our stacks and basically pray that my priest can stay alive long enough for me to get to 4 Shadow Bolt casts so that I can be maxed out, get as many imps as possible with these remaining Hannah Gul'dans. And right now I'm waiting for my Dreadstalkers, but I don't think I can, so I just launch the Demon Bolts. I just try and go for a KO onto the warrior as soon as possible, remove the warrior from play. But now this Guardian Druid is going to be immune to CC. We're trying to fear him. He's immune to CC. We can't CC him, so we're going to just try and attack him, I guess. But he is really not going to take a lot of damage, which is why he's just sitting there chilling, spinning AoE, and yeah, there goes Bonnie. He's down in the dirt. So, and then my pet is also dead. So I'm thinking like, oh, this is a very grim situation for me. All I have to do is stay alive till that incarnation is over so that they are no longer immune to CC, and then I can spam fear on them and start healing myself up. So I'm just avoiding the druid, trying to get away from them, and this is what you should do. Just kite the Guardian Druid, trade cooldowns, try and avoid it. It's going to be really tough because it lasts so long. Here you can see they used Bark Skin to activate their incarnation, but I was able to kite and avoid the AoE damage, spamming out Exhaustion, trying to keep distance away, and I'm going to use my stuns when they don't have incarnation up anymore. Let's try and get some important spells off while they can't interrupt me, start maxing out my stacks, because to be able to kill a Guardian Druid that's this tanky, 120,000 HP, I'm going to have to max out my ramp to its absolute peak if I'm going to be able to take down the beast. So I've already got Survival Instincts here. He's honestly wasting a lot of his buttons. Like, there's way more potential to this, and he's also running the Venthyr Guardian Druid, which means he can kind of stack up during that incarnation while he's immune to CC and get a huge amount of damage from the Venthyr Covenant. So I might have to level up the Venthyr Covenant if I'm going to experiment with this when hopefully I get my 4 set bonuses. But now I'm still just ramping out as many imps as I can. They use another charge of their survival instincts. I'm just going to fear them on it, use the fear to ramp up my shadow bolts, because shadow bolts kind of pathetic. It's not really going to break the fear, but I need to cast them to get the stacks of my second legendary to increase the damage of my demon bolt. He's going to spend some soul shards. Luckily feared them into the eye, so they're taking a little bit more damage. And then I can go for a decimating bolt. I want to fear the druid again, but they've berserked, so now they're actually immune. So I'm wasting casts there casting that. Every time they bark skin or they incarn, they'll be immune. So now I'm going to use Fleshcraft after that little bit of a stun lock. They're still kind of just wasting their defensive cooldowns. I've fully ramped my damage. I need 2 soul shards to use my Fellhounds or my Dreadstalkers. I'm waiting for their defense to fall, waiting for that Barkskin to fall, getting as many imps as I can in the in-between time, maintaining my 4-stack, and getting ready for the Omega one-shot as soon as possible. They kick me before I can hit that peak, but I've still got Tyrant in my back pocket. And as soon as I can get that Tyrant, Hannah Gul'dan, and Dreadstalkers out, I'm about to drop this Guardian Druid so far out of the galaxy that you will never believe that it actually happened. So we'll get our Tyrant out, we'll get our Hannah Gul'dan out, we'll get our Dreadstalkers out, and now our damage is peaked. We can use our Power Siphon to sacrifice some existing imps, and we can just amplify these demon bolts on a target that has no defense and try and go for the kill. And with that maxed out damage, we're going to stun the druid and dump all of those demon bolts and manage to kill the unkillable bear. I did not think that it was going to be possible. I was very worried at the start of this game from seeing clips of Guardian Druids 1v2ing people that I was not going to be able to pull this off. And Bonnie was also very undergeared because he's just coming back to the game. So he has to deal with that. This is a spec that I'm definitely worried about in competitive play because it's just so... There's no counterplay really. You're just if this druid had played more correctly, waited for their cooldowns, ran away and healed, I feel like they could have easily taken this. It's just there's not much outplay because you're immune to CC. You're just doing unhealable AoE damage. I think mechanically that this is not going to be very good for the game, and I'm very worried about it. But if you want to exploit it, yeah, it's there. It's there, but you're gonna have to get some tier set bonuses because otherwise I don't think it's gonna work out too well. Other than that, thank you very much for watching the video. Just wanted to bring this to your attention because there's bears out there. This is a bear warning, okay? I live in Canada. Sometimes this happens and they let people know there's bears in the area. This is me just letting you know there's bears in the area. Bring some bear spray. Get ready for it because it might not be going away. It might be a problem. So we'll have to wait and see. But other than that, thank you very much for watching the video. If you'd like to follow me live in my gameplay live, twitch.tv/Supatees. You want to stay up to date with patch changes and everything going on with World of Warcraft so you're ahead of the competition, hit the subscribe button, and then my videos will be notified to you live so you're never missing a beat and you're never going to fall behind anybody else. Other than that, thank you very much for watching the video. Currently doing 2400 challenge, and my Warlock is very, very close to completing that. Next is going to be Warrior, next is going to be Paladin, and then I'm going to have to go from there. I'm thinking Assassination Rogue because they're so good right now with the set bonuses and the double legendaries, but there is honestly a lot of specs that are amazing. Let me know in the comments down below what you're playing, what's got you excited. Are you worried about this? Is this going to be a real threat, or do you think it's just going to, kind of fall off? We'll have to wait and see. But aside from that, again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.